Happy Tuesday, everyone. What do I got on here? I got a mess on here, don't I? How are you guys today? I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully that'll take care of that image. I don't know why that image is up there. Let's see. These are all DSPs that I would like to talk about tonight. We're actually using some of these DSPs. There we go. Yay! Hello! Happy Tuesday! I hope you guys are doing well today. Am I upside down? I am not upside down. That is good. I see some people here. Let's see who's here. Hi, Amy. Welcome, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Diane. I have a super easy, it's incredibly easy craft tonight. I often get asked by different people who do not craft, is there anything other than cards you can make? And there absolutely is a million things out there that you can make. I preferably love to make cards. They're just like my favorite thing to make. Hi, Donna. Hello. Welcome. So I do. My kids would have totally made fun of me at that. I often make a lot of cards. I just love making cards. But I do make a lot of different other crafts too. So I'm going to show you guys a super simple one today. And it's a dollar store craft. So I often go to the dollar store, and I'm sure you guys do the same thing. I go to the dollar store and I'm like, I am going to make something, or I'll look at everything and I'm like, oh, I could make something with that, or I could make this, or I could make that. But I've actually gone one step further and I've joined all these dollar store craft groups, which is not a good idea, because I see all this stuff, and then when I go to the dollar store, I buy all this stuff, and then I never have time to make it. But there are times that I do get to make it. So I have a really simple one today. But before we get started into that, I just want you guys aware to know, anybody who's watching this later, I know you guys are all aware of it. I believe you all entered. I have a group called Crafts with Chris VIP group, and I'm trying to get that group to grow. I would like more people in there. Groups are so much better than a business page because you can interact and do a lot more things with a group. So I'm doing a contest right now, a giveaway. I'm not sure when I'll close it, maybe in another week or so. But if you guys go on, join my VIP group, and in there is a post. It's pinned to the top. It's the giveaway post. Go in there, like the post, share the post, and then comment done, and you'll be entered into a giveaway. I'm not quite sure what I have to give away yet. I have a lot to give away, but I just don't know what I'm giving away. So go in there and join my group, and then enter the giveaway. I would love that. And then if you guys know of any of your friends that might be interested, just, send them an invite or whatever, if you could, please. All right. So what else is going on? Sorry. I've been talking about it forever. The fitting florets is now available today for everybody to purchase. So if you're a customer, you can purchase it. If you're a demonstrator, we had a pre-order that we could purchase it a month prior. We can still purchase it now, but we were able to get our hands on it a month beforehand. And let's see, who else is on here? Anybody else? Looks like, okay, sorry. So that is dropped today. That is out. I will tell you truthfully, my personal opinion of it, I'm not in love with it. There's a couple of pieces in there that, like the one stamp set I bought, I love the dies, except for the flowery dies that are in with it. I just have enough flower stuff. But I've seen some beautiful things being made with it. The paper, I'm on the fence yet if I want to get the paper or not. And a lot of people have made some awesome things on it. I'm just not that I'm not a big flower person. I just have a lot of flowery stuff. And I know it's an all occasion stamp set. But if you guys are interested in it, there are some pieces in there. The fitting florets and the dies will be coming to us in January for the with our mini catalog. So they'll be here in January. And hi Tina, welcome. But the DSP and all the other stuff in the one stamp set I'm going to showcase tonight, that is while supplies last, and that will not carry over into the catalog. So if you guys like the whole set, you can buy it as a suite, or you can pick it apart and buy piece by piece. So that did drop today. But other than that, I do have a new host code. So if you guys place an order with me, use my current host code. It's pinned to the top of this video. And it's also on my website, craftswithchris.com, and it's also over on my Facebook page, and you can always message me. The host code, you use it with every order, and that helps me earn lots of goodies to give to you guys, so I can do my giveaways and stuff. If your order's under $150, please use the host code and you'll get a present from me in the mail. If it's over $150, do not use the host code. You'll get your own rewards and you'll still get a present from me. You automatically qualify. And I think that's about it. I think that's it. So let's flip you guys down and we will start on our little project here. I forgot to silence my phone, so hopefully nobody calls me, because if someone calls, I'm getting cut off. Don't call me, guys, unless you want my video to end. Let's see here. So I think you guys will probably be upside down. Let's see. Yes, you guys are upside down. Let's do this. Bring you in closer. All right, so I think that's probably good right there. There we go. All right, so let me scooch it in a little bit more. You guys can see that all right, I think. I don't want to mess with it anymore. All right, I think that's good. And it looks like I am not upside down, but I think I need to mirror it. There we go. All right, so let me show you guys what we are working on. Where did I put it, guys? Uh-oh. Did I put it over here? Oh, it's right here in front of me. So here is the card. I just wanted to show you guys, like I said, I get a lot of people asking about crafting and how complex it is and all of that. It looks like we are we the right way here? There we go. And you know, crafting can be as simple or as detailed as you want it. This is super simple card. And we're going to make this card. It's real easy. Piece of DSP. You let the DSP, which is designer series paper, do all the work. Super easy. But this is what I mainly want to show you guys. So this right here is at the dollar store. Not this one. It's this one. I can find it. There we go. So these are at the my dollar store. I'm sure you guys, wherever you have a dollar store, they're there. They're the 2023 weekly planners. They're little tiny planners. Well, they're not real tiny, but they're small enough. What I love about these is you can stick these in your purse. You can stick these in your bag, whatever you want to do, wherever you're traveling. They don't take up much space. And they're perfect. I have a big, thick planner that I don't like to carry with me everywhere. So I'll keep one of these in my purse. And then if something comes up or somebody, has something going on, I can put it in here. And then when I get home, I can file it into my big chunky planner that I have at home for everything. So, and I thought these would make great little gifts for Christmas if you guys wanted to make these, mass produce them or whatever and give them away. It's a real simple thing to do. It's real easy. You just cover it with DSP, and then I use the Alphabet stamp set and punch to put 2023 on there. You can make these as simple or as complex as you want them. This you can see is very simple. You can really dress it up. You can really cater it to your person that you have in mind that you want to give it to. You know, that's what I love about crafting is you can really make anything personable. You can make it so it's, you know, the perfect color. I always try to, when I make Tina something, because her favorite color is purple, I always try to incorporate purple or the beach, anything into that. So it's so awesome that you can do that when you're crafting. And you know, as we go to the store and we shop, the cards and the stuff on the shelf just are not the same. They are not that personable. So super easy. And I'll show you guys how we're going to do it. Yeah, I thought it was a cute idea. And like I said, you can mass produce them very easily. They're not that much. What I like to do is also, if you have any warehouse stores, you can look and see if they have different things packaged, like notebooks or whatever, and buy them that way. And they may be a little cheaper than the dollar store. And that could be a great gift idea. Before we go any further, I want to show you guys with the dollar store. So I often am looking in the dollar store for different ideas. This was a Pinterest thing. I think it was a Pinterest or a dollar, one of the groups I'm in. So this was a pumpkin at the dollar store. It was plain wood. So what I did was I painted it orange. And then what they did was they took napkins at the dollar store. So this was a package of napkins. You get a whole bunch of them in there. And I took one of the napkins and you pick it apart. There's two layers to it. There's a back layer here. You take that layer off and then you put Mod Podge down on these top three pieces. Let that dry. It takes like 15 minutes to dry, 15, 20 minutes to dry. Then you just take your piece of paper, your piece of napkin, pull this apart. And then all I did was I kind of just, put it wherever I wanted, however I wanted it. Then I traced around the outside with a pencil. Then I cut it out with scissors, stuck it on here, Mod Podged it. And then when it was all done, I just took a piece of sandpaper and just went around the edges to get the excess napkin off. So it's really easy to do. The only thing, which I like it, but a lot of people complained about, is there's wrinkles from the napkin. When you put the Mod Podge down over the napkin, no matter how flat you get the napkin, it'll bubble up. There was, they said to put an iron, take your paper that you put in between, what's it called? I don't know, I forget what I call it, but you put that there, you iron it down, make it flat, but it's still bubbled. But you can barely see it, the texture in there. But I just love the way this turned out. So simple little decorations, different things you can find at the dollar store, and you can use our paper on it. You could even use Stampin' Up! DSP, which they only had one of these pumpkins. I would have bought a couple and used some of our DSP and Mod Podge that on there, but they didn't have it. So just when you're at the dollar store, just be on the lookout for different little things. But I wanted to share that one with you guys because I thought that pumpkin turned out pretty cute. And it's still valid for Thanksgiving time. So, let me just make sure we're not upside down. I don't think we are. my host code should be on the top of the screen too. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, it turned out pretty cute, that pumpkin. So let's bring in our weekly planner. So what you're going to do is, the weekly planners that I had at the dollar store, they have these flimsy little covers on them. So you're just going to want to take that off. And we're not going to use that. So this is the side that we will cover. So I measured it out, and I'm actually going to use a piece of the Happy Forest paper. I am using this side with the little hearts. I'm trying to keep the planners neutral because if you're going to use them all year, you kind of want to, you don't want a Christmas one, because unless you're in love with Christmas and you know somebody who wants Christmas 24/7. So I tried to pick out pieces of the designer series paper that Stampin' Up! Has. Tried to pick out more neutral ones so they will be valid all year round. I haven't decorated this one yet, but this paper is from the Happy Forest, which, let's see here. I don't know if that's the right image or not, but that paper is so pretty. It's got the little forest animals on it. So I just cut this, the size, let me see, where did I put the size on this? You need a piece of DSP, which is cut 7 3/4 by 6 1/2. So you can see all the cute little designs with the Happy Forest. There's so many different options with that paper, and it's super cute paper. So that's an option to have. And then this one here, I use both of these actually. I use the Texture Chick, which I find would be a good all year round designer paper for that. That one there, I think that's the image here. It's I didn't realize how pretty it really was. I've had it for a while and didn't really mess with it. I think I used it once, but I really love this paper here. So you can see all the different pretty different sheets that are available, the fronts and backs of them. And that one, like I said, would be a great one to have all year round. So you can see how pretty it is. So those are the two different designer series papers that I used for these guys. But this here, what you're going to want is you are going to want your liquid glue to use this, or to glue this on. So these I found were roughly the same size. Some are off just a little teeny tiny bit. So to be on the safe side, you want to cut this at 7 3/4, because that's even a cute side to do it on. That should give you enough, and it will hang over a little, but you can trim that. That's no big deal. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your notebook, get your paper out of the way. We're going to flip the notebook over here, and you're going to take your liquid glue and go to the top, as close to the top. Make sure it's not real gloppy at the top because it will leak out. But you want to make sure this is close to the top in the edges. And I always like to do a line across and then down. And then you're really going to want to make sure you get your glue on the binding here. And then I'm just going to kind of get some glue. And then we're going to take our piece of designer series paper and make sure, whichever way you're doing it, you want to make sure your design isn't upside down if you have a design that matters. So like this one here, I guess it really doesn't matter, but I would like the little V's sticking up as V's and not upside down as U's. So I'm going to make sure that's that way. So if you did the mushrooms, you don't want, unless you wanted upside down mushrooms. So you just want to make sure your planner is the right way. And you're going to line this up at the very edge. And what's nice about the liquid glue is you can move it. So if it's not right at the edge, you can kind of slide it before it settles down, I guess. And then you're going to want to glue this down here. And then just give it a moment to dry. So, hi Tracy, welcome. That's awesome. So happy you're here. So, once we get that glued down, I'm usually always a hot mess on these guys, so it's kind of funny to watch my videos. So then you'll have it all glued down, and then I would wait a little bit, but being that it's alive, I'm not going to wait. I'd wait just a little bit so that you make sure that when you close it, well, it's fine, that glue doesn't pop back up. So you can see, that's why I like the liquid glue. If you use your Stampin' Seal, I don't know, I would recommend the liquid glue on this. So isn't that cute? It's all covered so nicely. So then you just want to look and see. You can see here that I do have some excess paper that I would like to trim off. Like I said, these planners are a little finicky. Some of them are off a little bit by measurements. So I like to go a little over. You can always trim, but if you don't trim, if you make it too short, then you get it like this. And that's what my first one was. You can see it's a little too short. So it's better to make it a little bit bigger and then trim. And then all you need to do is just take your scissors and then just trim that paper there. So you can see how easy these little planners go together, and how fun, you know, to give away. They're inexpensive and they're thoughtful and creative. And then it looks like the bottom needs a little bit of trimming. You could even decorate the insides of these little planners if you wanted to. Like I said, it's up to you. If you're one of those people that loves to go crazy and decorate and spend all kinds of time on projects, then go for it. But if you're one of those people that just doesn't have the time, would love to, but doesn't have the time, you can make this go really simple. So there's your little planner. Isn't that cute? And then what I did was, just to keep it simple on the front, let's see, where is that stamp set? I'm using the Alphabest. I love this stamp set. And it comes with this cute little punch right here. This punch is a smaller punch. So, let's see. Just checking to see if we're talking over here. Aw, that's awesome. Is this the one, Donna, that I get all the awesome soaps and chapsticks and all this fun stuff from you? Because her stuff is awesome. So this little tiny punch, it's so cute. It's so small. But it actually fits these 6 designs here. So this stamp set, you have the whole alphabet. Yeah, this set is fun. It is a, I don't know, I think it's fun to have on hand. And you can really personalize it. You could put the name of the person that you're going to give this to on here. I'm just keeping it super simple tonight. I'm going to use Calypso Coral. Oh, that's awesome. Yay! I love your stuff, Tracy. It's awesome. Donna always spoils me rotten. So, Calypso Coral, because it matches with the DSP. I think either I trim that too much, or that's the way this planner was, but no big deal. So in here, you can decide. I went with this guy here. You can see there's some solid pieces. So I didn't want to do a solid piece. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 solid pieces. And then you have these which are more open. So you can stamp inside here the numbers or letters or whatever you want to do. So I'm going to use this one with the little bumps on it. Bumps, I guess. And use my little stamp. Tracy, I don't know if you're a member of my Crafts with Chris VIP group, but I was just telling everybody that I am doing a giveaway over there. And there's a post. If you're in my group, join my group. It should be posted or pinned on this video. And you can go in there and there's a post in there. It's pinned to the top. I'm doing a giveaway. You just need to comment on it or like it, share it, and then comment done on it. And then you'll be entered into a giveaway, which I think I'll be doing the giveaway next week. I'm going to let the people get their little comments in and stuff, likes and shares. I'm trying to grow my little group. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to give away, but I have a bunch of stuff to give away. So I'm stamping 4 of these out with Calypso Coral on Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to stamp out with Smoky Slate. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Donna. So I'm going to use Smoky Slate on here. And I'm going to stamp out 2023. So it's hard to see these when they're on here. Here we go. So like I said, I'm using Smoky Slate and I'm going to stamp. It's hard to stamp up when the camera's right there, but I'm going to try to get this in the center. 20. Let's see here. I think I'm doing all right for, well, that's a little off, but that's okay. I like the Smoky Slate on the Calypso Coral. I think the Smoky Slate and Calypso Coral go nicely together. And then that's it for the stamping for the planner. These would be great craft fair items too if you guys do any craft fairs and make crafts for the craft fairs. This would be a fairly inexpensive, easy craft to do. So we're done with the Alphabest stamp set. And then with the little punch, I stamped it out sideways because it punches out sideways, so it's just easier. So you can line that up nicely and punch those right out. Some people prefer just die cutting, and some people prefer punches. I like both of them. What do you guys like? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try to do different projects. I do often do cards because I just love making cards. But I try to do different projects. I try to do some affordable ones. I'm always looking to see stuff that I can recycle. So there's our cute little numbers all cut out. We're going to bring this back in, and I'm just going to use the liquid glue again to glue them on. So, and again, you want to make sure your planner is the right side up, because we all know, we've all witnessed me stamping things upside down. It happens. And you want to make sure you do 20, 23. So you guys can see how quickly these can go together. And you wouldn't be talking as much as I am, so they'd go quicker for you. So there's the planner, simple. You could also take the paper, leftover paper. You could make a card with that if it was for a birthday, but I thought it'd be fun to do Christmas card. Like I said, I wanted to keep it simple because I've had many people ask me about simple stuff. So this card's super simple. I know most of you guys on here are, you know, major crafters, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's way too simple. But sometimes simple is best. Sometimes you need that fast, simple craft. So this is a Cherry Cobbler card base. And it's A2 size, so it's cut 8.5 by 5.5, fold at 4 1/4. I never do, Donna, never. And this is the Lights Aglow paper, which is so pretty. I know it was out of stock for a little bit, and everybody was going nuts, like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to come back in? This paper is so pretty for Christmas. So I have a picture of it up on the screen. You can see all the beautiful pieces you get. The only downfall with it is it is 6 by 6. I wish it was 12 by 12, but it's 6 by 6. But you get, is it 48 pieces, guys? I think it is, right? Yeah, 48 pieces of the 6 by 6. So it's really, really pretty. So you guys can see how super pretty it is. I think you guys who are on here, except for Tina and Tracy that I know of, I think Donna, Diane, and Amy, you guys all own this paper, if I'm not mistaken. I think we all were like, we have to have that paper. So it's super pretty paper. So let me get that off of there so you guys can see the card. So on the one side, you have the sparkly accents, the gold accents, which is so nice. So here you can see this. I'm sure somebody has done it already, but you could X this out 4 times, or you could get four pieces out of here, and you could stamp sentiments right in these little like pre-framed in pieces. So, and they come in the red too, I believe. Yep. So it's really pretty paper. I highly recommend it. So this is a piece cut at 4 1/4 by 5. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal to apply that. Again, if you guys want to go crazy and make it more details, go ahead, add your ribbon, add your embellishments. But I just want to show people how it really, all you need is our DSP to really make things pretty. Because our DSP is amazing. They put out such beautiful DSP. Donna has a few packs. Diane, you don't have any? Oh my goodness. I don't know what's wrong with you. You need to get some. It's so pretty. So this here, all I did was I took a square. I cut it out of the, oh my goodness, what are they called? I cannot remember these dies. Let me see, are they over here? I think they are. The Stylish Shape dies. So the Stylish Shape dies are right here, and you get these beautiful stitched squares, circles, or these flag shapes. So I took one of the squares, and the new stamp set, which was released today, this is part of that set. This one here is until supplies last. It's not coming in the mini catalog. So if you like this stamp set, you'll want to get that now. So this is all this is just your sentiments on here, and it's a cling stamp set. So you get all these beautiful sentiments, and I thought this would be perfect. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I mean, you could pick any of these that you wanted to, but I'm going to take that, stick that on a block, and because our card base is Cherry Cobbler, I am going to stamp it out in Cherry Cobbler. Let's see. What are you guys saying over here? Which one did you miss, Amy? This stamp set? It's new. It was on our pre-order. Is this the one? This one's so much fun. I love those sentiments. So I'm going to stamp this out. Make sure my square is in the right way. I'm just going to stamp this right in the center here. And then to keep it simple, I'm just going to do the stamp and seal. Just going to center that on the card. And again, you don't need any, I mean, you really don't need any bling or anything because this is, the paper's very blingy. And then I took a piece of Very Vanilla to match the die cut, and I'm going to layer that on the inside. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4, so it gives you a great place to write. You could even do some stamping in here if you wanted to. You could do the fa la la in here, or Merry Christmas, whatever you wanted to do. But that would make a cute little Christmas gift to give away. Really quick and easy. Very inexpensive, and you could make a whole bunch of them and give them away to people for Christmas. So that is tonight's little craft. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I inspired you guys. Let me see. Yeah, Donnie, you got the whole suite. I didn't get the whole suite, and I think I don't know. I really like, yeah, the sentiments are really cool, Amy. I really like them frames, but I don't want the floral part of it. So I don't know. I'm probably going to end up buying the frames, the stamp sets, and the paper, because that paper is so pretty too. So, yeah, it does shine in the card. And right, you don't, that's the whole point that I'm trying to make with everybody, is that you really don't need to go crazy, especially with the gorgeous DSP that Stampin' Up! Does offer to us. All you need is a piece of cardstock, DSP, and then a little sentiment like this, and perfect. And especially if you had to make a ton of Christmas cards, yeah, I gotta just buy it. You're right. This super easy. So let me flip you guys up, and then let me make sure I'm not upside down, which I think I'm upside down. I hope I wasn't upside down. I wasn't upside down. No, I wasn't. So yeah, so that is the craft. And I'm hoping to do more of these types of crafts while we're getting closer to Christmas. I know Christmas is a little bit away, but I try to do, oh, I'm upside down. I'm upside down. Oh no. Let's see. Okay, I should not be upside down now. So I'm hoping to do more of those style crafts. Well, Christmas is right around the corner. I know it's a couple, it's not right around the corner, but it is. It's going to sneak up on us fast. And if we can get prepared, then maybe we can enjoy Christmas a little bit more than rushing around and trying to get all our crafts done at the last minute. So, so that's it. I hope you guys like that. If you guys liked it, share the video, let people know. Like I said, crafting can be so much fun, and you don't need a ton of supplies to do it. You can do it with very little. But most of us, when we get on here crafting, most of us really just, trying to read your guys' comments over here. There we go. Yeah, most of us who get into crafting, we just want to have everything and all the little pieces to it, but you really don't need all that. You just need a few basic supplies and you can craft beautiful things. So, well, I hope you guys liked that. Oh, there are. Amy said there's some groups out there dedicated to clean and simple cards. I'll have to look those up. I'm in so many groups. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many crafts I want to do, but all right, guys. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Tracy, for joining us live. Woohoo! And I will see you guys next week. Let me flip you guys over this way because I need to turn off the computer. I will see you guys next week, next Tuesday. Same place, same time, same bat channel. And you guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks for joining me. Bye.